Live. We almost live. Get your head. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is a scene for Empire of Thorns. So, Maurice Rose and his partner, Claudio Donati, realized that there was the possibility that Claudio could possibly have children from before he was. Okay, so Claudio spent a very long time in Arcadia. Then he didn't. He came back. But then he was taken back to Arcadia. During that time period in which he was back in the real world, he did have a couple of uh, short trysts, and it occurred to them that he could have a child from one of those trysts. And so they went to Chrysalis, the local midwife baby fairy, and she performed a ritual that basically let him know that he does have a child in the Portland area. So they hopped the Rose family plane and drove and drove. Yes, they drove to Portland because these are roses and they do what the fuck they want.
Absolutely.
They flew it to Portland. Once they arrived in Portland, they have been directed to know where the court is. They decided to check up on the Spring Court, and being that Spring was in power, so that was the first court to check in on. And because they are visiting Monarch and very high up person in the Spring Court, they were directed to this court's essentially the most busiest court. Sirs, Jesus Christ. So Claudio, they're waiting in what's a performing arts center, which they are aware is the freehold to the Spring Court. The courts here, they don't have a specific castle like in New York that the ruling court holds. They just rule from whichever freehold is the court's freehold. And in this court, Spring is by far the strongest court. And the Claudio, they're in a room that's basically got like musical instruments in it and stuff like that, and books and like it's like an art room basically. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And there's like lots of exposed brick, and it's like kind of one of those like converted warehouse things. It's very attractive and pleasing to the eye and modern. And he's kind of looking around with a nervous look on his face.
And Maurice will reach over and take his hand.
What if we can't find them?
Then we fly Ferran out and send him on his way. Sniff, sniff, sniff. You will find him. Or her.
What if they hate me?
Then we go home.
So easy.
Well, what would you want me to say, my love?
He'll press his forehead to his. I'm just nervous. He's trembling a little bit.
And he'll lean over and place a very soft, sweet kiss to his lips.
I'm too nervous to talk.
Would you like me to talk?
Please. What kind of
He'll nod and snuggle him a little. Hey. And he sticks his finger in his mouth and pulls his lip away from his teeth.
He'll tilt his head.
I need those lips.
Oh, thank you. He'll lean and give him a little kiss. And you hear a very
smile.
You hear a soft giggle. Let me see if my overlay changed. The overlay changed?
Not on my end, no.
I think I know what's wrong then. Hold on. I'm just gonna put it up on the overlay thing. Hold on. Did it change now?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, you hear a very soft giggle.
And Maurice will turn
You two are nice. Absolutely adorable. She'll smile.
Blush.
And she'll step forward with both her hands extended.
And he'll take them.
And you notice that she has a very slight French accent.
And he grins.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. I'm sure
name is-
you're... No, please.
She bats her long, like, just minx brown eyelashes at him, waiting for him to speak.
I'm sure you're all curious as to why we're here.
I would have to say we are. But please, let me introduce myself. I'm Vixana Laurent, Circe of the court.
And I am Maurice Rose, the King Consort of the Empire of Thorns.
I didn't know they'd begun giving name to such beauty. Oh, well, she'll shrug. And she'll look at Donati.
Again.
She'll look at Claudio and take his hands and give him the Euro kiss on the cheeks. And she goes, Claudio Donati, you are such a famous man amongst our kind. And he'll blush kind of politely and look down. So what can I help you gentlemen with?
Well, it seems that we're looking for someone, but we don't have much more information than that.
Well, what is the information you do have?
We're looking for the child of Claudio.
Do you have any information on them?
Only that they...
Oh, I'm sorry. The scent of just pure, fresh, dew-moist roses fills Maurice's nose. Not overpowering either. Just almost intoxicatingly light.
Sniff, sniff, smile, and he turns and looks at Claudio.
Brow will go up, like, what? Like,
well, Claudio smells like roses too.
yes, he does.
Different roses, but
roses and honey. Yeah. Roses and honey.
Yep. The only thing that we know is that they tracked to here. This area.
I hate to say that it might be this simple. I really do. But our Vernal Sovereign's last name is Donati.
Well, then, might we have an audience with the Sovereign?
Well, I'm sure it can be arranged. His Majesty Valerio Donati is his name. Do you have about an age range that your child would be? He'll look at Claudio. And he'll nod and he'll say 20, perhaps at most 30 to 19. And he'll nod. And she'll nod and say, that's within his age range. I'll be right back, gentlemen. And she'll give them both a polite little curtsy.
He bows his head.
Claudio will go over and kind of nervously rests his chin on Maurice's shoulder.
And he'll fluff his hair a little bit and nuzzle him.
I'm afraid. I shouldn't be this afraid.
I'm right here.
He'll nod.
You're not alone.
I don't feel alone, but I feel... I'm just afraid. I don't know why I'm so afraid. I feel like I shouldn't be this afraid.
He nods and then nuzzles into him. Just breathe and everything will be fine.
I'll
I
nod.
promise.
What if he's nothing like me? What if he's not my son?
We'll find out, my dear.
He's shaking pretty badly, but he'll nod and kind of press his forehead to his shoulder. I couldn't do this without you.
I know, that's why I'm here.
You left the kingdom for me.
I did.
Hell, I left the kingdom for this.
I
I
know.
kind of like blush. Vixana will come back, by the way. And she'll smile at him. And she'll say, I found him. He's practicing. But I'm sure as soon as he's done, he'll be happy to see you.
That would be perfect.
You can come and watch him practice if you want. And she'll actually extend her hand out to Maurice.
And he'll actually take it.
And she'll start leading him with Claudio.
Yeah, he grabs Claudio's hand, like, come.
She'll take him into a room with like a stage, and there's quite a few people in here. Half of them are kind of like talking and just kind of BSing and stuff like that, but there is a person on the stage who is playing the piano and singing. And what he's singing is Killer Queen, actually. And he is effortlessly playing this song. And he'll kind of like throw his hair a little bit, because his hair is like just like that kind of long where it kind of brushes like his face. And I'll kind of throw his hair, and he'll like, he's just singing the song. Right here, hold on. But Claudio will see him and stop and blink and just look at him like, oh my god. Let me see something really quickly. Hold on. Hold on one second.
Mm-hmm.
So you get 4 successes for just BSing on a piano and playing, like around, basically. One thing you notice is that his voice is, it's literally like stop you in your tracks. Beautiful. He is effortlessly running up and down these measures and these lyrics and just playing. He's captivating the people around him. And he will kind of like stop and laugh every once in a while. Like he's doing it casually. And he'll kind of, after finishing the song, basically he'll kind of close the piano and step away from it.
Yeah, Maurice looks at Claudio with just one eyebrow kind of quirked a little bit.
Claudio looks like he may pass out.
When he sees that, he wraps an arm around Claudio, like, I got you. Hi.
I make a roll for him. Yeah, he's gotten to the point where he's hyperventilating and panicking. Yeah. He actually does, his eyelids flutter and his knees go out. He doesn't all the way pass out, but he's definitely like, people have noticed that he's like kind of going weak.
Yeah,
And
he perks him up. More?
but that will actually get Velrio's attention, and he'll kind of come over with a concerned look on his face. Very vibrant and very just kind of bouncy and energetic. But he's being subtle right now. He's being quiet. Like he's not flamboyant. Do you know what I'm saying? But there's an energy that hangs about him, and he'll kind of look at the both of you and say, "Are you all right? Is there anything we can do to help you? I'm sorry."
And Maurice will kind of like, as he's supporting Claudio, he'll pinch his butt real hard.
Claudio will basically kind of like startle and like right himself. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And King Donati's brow will go up like, can I help you?
Your Majesty, I'd like to introduce you to High Ceres Claudio Donati.
His brows actually go into his hairline. Damn near. He blinks like, oh, I know that name. Why don't we step into the rehearsal room? And he'll point, like, point that way.
Good idea.
And Claudio will nod and follow. And he'll kind of, he'll lead him into there. And he'll tilt his head at Claudio. My mother told me about you. She said you were one of the kindest lovers she ever had. That's why she gave me your last name. And Claudia will actually blush, like, deeply. She was so sad when she couldn't find you. And Donati will nod his head softly and look down. Why? I hate to ask you this, but why weren't you there? What happened? She had to raise me alone. Where were you? And Claudio looks at Maurice basically like with kind of like hurt eyes and kind of like his like brow like very furrowed. It doesn't feel like he's fussing at him.
He seems more concerned.
Yeah, concerned and as though he does want an explanation, but he's not being like, a dick about it. But the problem is Claudio's so like keyed up that it's making him like nervous.
Yeah, Maurice will wrap his arm around Claudio's waist. Claudio was taken back shortly after his time with your mother.
Oh my. On 27. So I don't know when you were taken back, what. And Claudio will actually hold his hand up and like 1 second, let me explain. And I'll say, when I got back, I led a very challenging life, and I still bared much weight from Arcadia. And I didn't. Your mother probably thought it was best I wasn't involved. I did care for her. Looking at you, I know exactly who she is. You're right. She was is? What is? And he'll say, is. She's still with us, don't worry. Little Diana. She's actually doing quite well. And Claudia will actually smile, like big. Like, not big, but like happy. But, I'm sure whatever your mother decided, she decided was for the best. But I have 2 children, twins, and we're having a baby soon with our And he'll look at Maurice. He's like, I just understood that explaining our dynamic in front of somebody else sounds very strange.
Well, I am the king consort of the Empire of Thorns. I am married to His Majesty King Ferran.
Not.
And I have a wife named Samantha, who is currently pregnant. And Claudio is my partner.
So you're Sage Escort.
He kind of just blinks a couple times. I guess I am, and looks at Claudio.
He like holds his hands up like, I'm sorry. I tried to legitimize you. Because let's be honest, that's what it sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
He'll nod, like, okay, I understand. It's fine. He'll just kind of look at Claudio like, well, no, I'm. I have a father. I have a man. My mother remarried. I have a man that I've known as my father my whole life, really. He's a good man. But that doesn't mean I don't want to get to know you or include you in my life. I think we're both going to be a bit restricted by our time schedules. I did just come into power. This is my 3rd year as the king. And as I understand it, you're the High Circe of the Empire of Thorns. That's a huge kingdom. I'll look at the both of you like, obviously, right? I mean, he nods. I feel horrible. I feel like I don't have enough time to really to give this the focus I think it deserves, and but I want to. You understand, right? I mean, I'll look at Maurice.
Of course.
Not only on a familial level, but a political level as well. I think that there has been a disconnect between the Eastern and the Western courts. What with that whole West Coast, East Coast thing that affected just so much in the early 90s, and kind of bite his lip. Can you afford to stay for a few days? 2, maybe? And Claudio will look at Maurice because it's kind of his call more over than his own.
You can stay. Absolutely.
He'll look at Maurice like, I can stay? Great, what about you?
We can stay.
If you have to go home, like Claudio will say.
I will fly out if I need to. The beauty of the plane, my love.
A smile.
If I really needed to, I could call that fairy god thing.
Oh, you mean Samantha's fairy godfather?
Celeste's husband, yes.
You mean your son-in-law? He says quietly between the both of them.
Oui.
Oh. And I'll look back to Valerian. I'll smile at him. I actually have a performance tonight if you'd like to stay for it. And tilt his head.
Maurice will just look at him like, make a choice, my dear.
Claudio looks strangely and just oddly, not uncomfortable, but afraid. You've never seen him quite look this afraid before.
And he leans in and kisses his cheek. Breathe.
I'm trying, he'll say softly.
I'll pinch your butt again.
He'll pout.
And his hand reaches around.
He'll swat it playfully.
To his ribs.
I just feel like I've done something wrong.
You got taken to Arcadia. You didn't do anything wrong.
Valeria's like listening to him, but he's letting him talk.
Mm-hmm.
I should have looked into this sooner. I should have. I feel so selfish right now.
My love, look. Look at your son.
And he'll kind of look over at him. And I'll smile softly at him. Like Valeria will smile softly at him.
He's wonderful. And happy. Healthy. And he's a king.
He'll take a deep breath and try to like calm himself. And nod. He'll look at Valeria will look back to Claudia or to Maurice and he'll say, you and he are partners, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I don't mean to exclude you. Is there a chance he and I could just have a couple of hours alone just to catch up, talk? Maybe if he and I are just speaking, it'll give us a chance to. He'll kind of like hands, relax.
I think that's a wonderful idea.
He gives him a very soft, like his first off, his eyes are the same beautiful, piercing blue that Claudio's are. But he also has that demeanor Claudio has, just that quiet kind of there. Do you know what I mean? Like you can
Mm-hmm.
depend on that demeanor. And he'll smile at Maurice very softly. And he says, I can have Vixana keep you company while you're in the court.
That sounds lovely.
So he'll go and he'll get her. And she'll come back with him. And she'll smile at Maurice after Claudio gets taken by him.
He smiles.
Just a small bigger.
I'm afraid my face can't smile any bigger than it is right now. And he chuckles.
Just smile. She'll grin. And then she'll tilt her head to the left.
And he'll follow and tilt his head.
Or she'll tilt her head to the right.
And he blinks and follows.
She'll lean in.
And he'll lean back.
Lean, like, backwards or towards her?
Backwards.
She'll keep leaning in.
And he'll keep leaning back.
Oh, hell no. She'll keep going then.
Yeah, he gets about Matrix level and then falls on his butt.
She'll fall on top of him. And, like, kind of, she'll put her chin on the heels of her hand, like, leaning on his chest. She's wearing, like, a little sweater dress, like what her picture looks like, with, like, the shoulders exposed. That goes about to the top of, like, to her, like, mid-thigh. And a pair of, like, black boots.
And he's just laying back, looking up at her. Hello.
Hi.
I would ask if you come here often, but we've only just met.
She'll blink. I just wanted to see if you would actually go all the way back. I didn't expect you to.
And he tucks his hands behind his head. It's a lovely ceiling you have here.
She'll kind of, like, lift her head up and look up at it. I never really noticed, but you're right, it is. You look like you've had one hell of an interesting day.
Well, how long have I been? It's been a few months that I've had that have been very interesting.
Would you prefer them boring?
I would prefer my kingdom not be at war, but... And he stretches a little bit. C'est la vie, I suppose.
Oh, say it again.
C'est la vie?
Mon oui. Très, très beau. And she'll pluck one of her roses and tuck it behind his ear. Are you hungry?
Yes, I am.
What do you want to eat?
Take me somewhere that you recommend.
I can always cook for you.
And she cooks. Oh my.
What kind of food do you like?
Any food.
Lies. What's your favorite dish? She's, like, looking at her manicure while she's talking to him casually. It's, like, so perfect.
Crepes.
Savory or sweet?
Savory.
She'll
I don't
sit
have
up.
much of a sweet tooth.
You probably just haven't had the right kind of sweet. You've probably had the over-sweetened Americanized sweet for too long. You've lost so much of your French accent. She'll stretch.
And he sits up.
Hello.
Hi.
She'll look him over. And she'll get up. And she'll pat her hip. Like, come on, follow me. Come.
Then he'll hop up and follow.
And she'll walk. And she will go down to a kitchen that makes him want to fucking scream.
Good scream or bad scream?
Good scream. Like, oh my god, scream. Like, I'm not saying your kitchen at home isn't as good as this, but it's as good.
And when he
And
walks into the kitchen, he looks like he just walked into, like, home.
and she'll take out a very wide, flat pan and a bowl. And she'll gather all the ingredients, eggs out of a basket, cream, like milk, and flour, and all of those things. And she'll go to the fridge and she'll pull some stuff out of there. And she actually does it by eye. She measures everything by eye. She'll
He's watching.
yeah, she'll dump the flour in, and she'll actually the eggs are at room temperature.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll crack those, and she'll put a little bit of butter in, and she'll actually use a whisk instead of like a hand mixer to whisk up the crepe batter. She has perfect wrist control, by the way.
And he bites his lip.
And she'll go over to the stove and reach up and grab one of the pans and pull a spatula over, and she'll click the pilot light, like let it click the gas and light it and set it on it. And as she's letting it warm up, she'll pull over some spinach and some roast beef and some dressing, like in like a, I cannot remember what those things you call them that dressing come in, like the fancy ass name. Starts
Mm-hmm.
with a C. You know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
It looks to be like some sort of a Caesar dressing, but like one of the clearer ones. Not one
Okay.
of the creamy ones. And some cheese, some crumbly cheese. And she'll just pull all of that together, and she'll like once she's done all that, she'll shake her hair out and pull it up into a ponytail, and then go wash her hands. And then she will pour. And she'll let it. She'll pour like a good dollop of it, and then use her hands to like kind of spread it around the pan, nice and thin, whistling a song softly. And she'll let it brown and flip. And she'll make about 4 crepes.
He's watching very intently.
And as she lets the crepes rest for a minute so that they don't tear when she goes to cook with them, she'll yes. She knew to do that.
Mm-hmm.
She transfers the leftover batter into into like a clear plastic container and like dates it. Like she'll write the date on a sticker and stick it in the fridge. And she will begin to she'll put the crepe in the pan and assemble it and make him 2 very, and then she'll get it all together, like the spinach and the roast beef and a little bit of turkey and the cheese and the sauce. And she'll assemble all that and she'll fold it, and it's like triangle fold. She has triangle fold for it and let it fry up. And she'll plate the both of them and kind of put a sprinkle of like a kind of ribbons of the dressing on it. And she'll put it on the table in front of him and smile.
Your technique is on point.
And I'm just a hobbyist.
Well, I'd hire you at any of my restaurants.
Hi. She'll kind of pout a little bit. She'll make a little face.
Hmm?
She'll blush. a little rose-colored blush. And she says, I have a sweet tooth, so she'll make herself some Nutella and banana pancakes. Or, crepes. And put everything in the drop sink for the judges to take care of. And come over and sit across from him.
Before I leave, I'll have to make you some treats.
Oh. You almost drew such a messy confession out of me.
Oh? He raises an eyebrow and gives her that little smirky smile.
Mm-hmm. You said
confession.
You said the most dreaded of words to come to my ears.
Oh?
Higher.
Higher?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that a dreaded word?
She blushes and actually bites her lip guilty. And you realize this, by the way, her lips are actually that color.
Oh.
Well, it's such a messy habit. I really should work myself out of this behavior, but she'll bat her eyelashes at him. Baby doesn't like to work.
Hmm. Well, I'm sure you get enough done here at the court to be considered work.
Oh, most definitely. She'll nod. I am, well, no. She'll shake her head. It actually seems like she doesn't want to humble brag. He imagines that she probably does something very similar to Claudio. That she's just very busy, like she's an advisor to him.
Yeah.
I don't need much, and so therefore I like to keep my schedule free. I'm an artist. So I sacrifice luxury and what other women would squeal over. Whatever. I don't need it anyway. She'll shake her head.
Well, what is your medium of art?
Oh, painting, weaving, floristry. I like to paint on bodies.
Oh.
That must be boring you terribly. She'll nibble her crepe.
I'll take a bite. No, I find you fascinating.
Me? Please, a sophisticated man like you probably just considers me a gold chaser. I must be a child to your eyes.
Oh, now hush.
I'm being sincere.
It's impressive that a woman follows her art. That anyone follows their art. That kind of passion these days, it's hard to come by.
She'll lean across the table and touch his nose gently. With your accent, it's making you sound like you're saying it's impressive that a woman follows her heart.
And he winks. Maybe I mean a little bit of both.
Do you want me to show you I'm sorry, I'm trying to think. The studio.
Sure.
She'll look down at his plate, see he's finished.
Yeah.
She's done too. She'll pick the plates up and put them in the sink. And she'll hold her hand out to him again.
I'll take it.
And lace her fingers with his. And she walks with that delicate, swishy walk. And when she passes people, she'll wave at them. And she's just oh so button sweet. And she will take him to a, oh my god, gorgeous studio.
He lights up.
She'll smile at him. I love that look on your face. It's so beautiful.
Oh.
What's your medium?
Pastry and painting, sugar.
I thought you said you want a sweet tooth.
Many years of making sweets.
She'll smile.
You lose some of that.
She'll look him over for a moment.
And he'll go over to an easel that has a blank canvas. May I?
By all means, please.
And he'll set up a palette and he'll start painting.
She'll sit nearby and watch him.
Let me find what he's painting. Your big butt's in my way. Don't fumble at me. Puppy has a big butt. She's looking at me with judgy eyes again. After a little while, it's not immediate, but maybe half an hour sitting there painting. I will.
She's painting too, by the way.
I assumed that she wouldn't stare at him for 30 minutes.
I mean, it's Maurice. Don't get mad if somebody does. Like, let's be honest.
Well, about half an hour later, he'll set down his paint brush and his palette.
Our paintings complement one another. She'll look over at him.
And he'll raise an eyebrow. And then he'll look at her painting.
Hold on. I'll put it up. It really does look like they were basically painting two parts of a different painting. It's kind of cute. It's kind of really interesting. That's her painting.
And he'll look at it and he'll smile.
And she'll bite her lip and smile at him.
And he dips his brush in a little bit of black paint and he'll scroll his name at the bottom corner.
She'll do the same to hers.
And he chuckles. For you, mademoiselle.
For you, monsieur.
And he'll smile.
And she'll smile.
I wonder how Claudio's doing.
Well, I don't think he's passed out yet. And she'll kind of fish her phone out of her strapless bra. And she'll look at it. I don't have any messages from the king, so I don't think he's in too much distress. Do you miss him? Do you want me to find him?
Oh, he gets very anxious.
You know you still have your rose tucked behind your ear, right?
He nods and smiles. I think it compliments me, don't you?
Is it? I'm sorry. My roses do tend to whisper sweet compliments into handsome men's ear.
He blushes.
And she'll turn around and walk to pick up her things. And she will give him a look over her shoulder for a second.
And he'll wait for her to gather her things and then follow.
So, what has you so stressed?
Life in general, I believe. Things are complicated at home.
Poor Maud. And
My family. Oh, you speak.
I was going to ask you what had it so complicated, but you were answering for me, so go on.
Your rose spoke first.
I see. Is that what you are now? You're my rose? She'll shrug. Worse are things in life.
I'm everybody's rose. He sort of chuckles.
Everybody but your own?
Sometimes, yes.
Well, that's a shame.
He shrugs.
You know, if you pluck too many of a rose's petals, you're not going to have much of a flower after.
It's very true.
And as nice as the imagery of a shower of rose petals across my bed is, we do tend to throw them in the trash directly after. But now the metaphor is beginning to run away from me. She'll pull the rose from behind his ear, bring it to her nose and smell it while she's walking. Let it brush her lips.
And he just kind of scampers after her. Like, do. Okay.
She'll look over her shoulder at him again. Those long eyelashes blink at him.
Yeah, he's definitely following with a puppy dog look on his face.
Grim. So what can I do now to entertain you? Do you have a nickname you prefer to be called by? What do you like to be called?
Maurice is fine.
Maurice?
Yes.
Maurice?
He
She'll
tilts
let,
his head.
she'll let the rose touch her lip. Oh. You didn't notice what I did there. Now I'm embarrassed. She'll turn and walk.
His jaw kind of drops a little bit, and he follows.
She lets the, she'll drop her hand so that the rose is kind of hanging at her side.
And he'll reach down and take it from her hand.
She'll smile.
And he'll press the rose to his lips and look at her over the top of it.
She'll giggle. She doesn't look at him, actually. She just keeps walking, giggling.
And he follows.
Do you need me to do it again?
Yes.
Will you listen this time?
Perhaps.
Well, then maybe I just won't do it. And she'll shrug.
Oh my.
Maurice.
And he smiles again and blushes a little bit.
She'll smile.
He'll actually catch up to her and lace his fingers into her hand again.
She's walking to where there's, you notice, like, a bunch of hammocks hanging. Nobody's there, actually, right now. And she'll go and climb into one carefully because she's wearing a very short skirt. And lace her hands behind her head and lay back. They're the netty kind, not like the woven kind.
Are they like the wide flat ones or the ones that are like small?
Not small. You can fit a person or two or three in them. It's just the kind that when you get out of them, they like look almost like rope. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And she'll cross
May
her
I?
legs at the ankles. And she'll look up at him. May you what?
May I join you?
If you wish.
And he will carefully climb in with her.
She will stay meticulously still while he does.
And he settles next to her.
She'll lean her head against his. Bonjour, Maurice.
Bonjour, Vixena.
Do you like my name?
I think it's very different, but very fitting.
Because I'm named after my grandmothers. One of my grandmother's names was Victoria, and the other's name was Anna. And so my parents named me Vixana.
I think that it's a lovely name.
And I think you have things tumbling through your mind right now you want to say.
Many things.
So say them.
I have a problem with that lately.
I'm listening. Follow your art.
It gets me in trouble sometimes.
Trouble's good. Trouble keeps it interesting. I get in trouble from time to time. And then the king yells at me and tells me he's disappointed in me and he expects better from me.
Trouble gets me thrown from a third-story window by my best friend.
Oh my. I've never had that experience, not quite a lie.
I don't recommend it.
So tell me what's on your mind.
The war in Paris, my kingdom, and the kingdom from Salem, the well-being of my people, my family.
It's a lot to have on your mind. She'll sigh softly. Her fingers will go up and caress his hair, kind of massaging his brow.
And he blushes a little bit.
Why are you blushing?
It's not often that I get this kind of attention from women, at least.
Why not? You're quite a charming man.
I am mostly gay.
Mostly gay.
But people forget that it's only mostly.
I don't want you to take this the wrong way. But no man whose eyes dilated like they did when you first laid eyes on me could be that gay. Or I vastly underestimate my beauty. Either or. And she'll nod.
And he'll lean in and place a very soft kiss to the corner of her lips.
I don't want to assume. She seems like the kind of person, just to throw it out there, who gets lauded with so much compliments that she tries not to be arrogant. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it would be very easy for her to be arrogant. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
You can tell she actually is trying not to be a spoiled little fucking brat, like conceited brat. Like, and she easily could be. And she'll smile at the little kiss. And she'll run her fingers through his hair.
And he purrs softly.
Mm. She'll run her fingers to the back of his neck and begin to massage gently on his neck and shoulders,
And he
slipping her other
melts.
hand to join that one. What is he wearing, by the way?
A button down and slacks.
Okay. Like I said, she has on like a short like sweater dress with like long sleeves and a pair of like black boots, but like stylish boots, not like combat boots. And she'll smile. You're so tense.
Mm. War does that.
And she'll rub his shoulders and the upper part of his back where she can reach. And then she'll lay down and lean her head on his shoulder.
And he'll actually like snuggle her.
She'll lean her lips to his ear, and she'll very softly go la, 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 da, 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 la, da, da, la, da, 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 la, da, 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 la, da. Bite her lip. I'm being far too forward with you. I mean, after all, you are a visiting foreign dignitary and monarch, and I'm just a Circe. And she gets up.
And he pulls her back down.
She'll giggle softly. My lord.
We.
Maurice. Oh, Maurice. And she'll smile.
And he'll lean over and place a very soft kiss on her lips.
She'll let his lips brush hers, and she'll turn her head and put her hand on his cheek. You didn't ask. While his lips are still against her cheek, at the corner of her mouth.
May I?
May you what? Her fingers will slide down his neck, play over his collarbone.
May I have this kiss, my lady?
Was I never asked? And she will lean in and give him a soft kiss. Part her lips for him.
And he'll reach and stroke her cheek.
I have to. She'll kind of like, after she breaks her kiss, she'll kind of shake her head just a touch and she'll say, I have duties I have to attend to.
Oh. Well, I shouldn't keep you from your duties.
But you said you were going to cook me dinner tonight, right?
Of course.
So I'll see you then, right?
Oui.
I look forward to it. Your Majesty. Or is it just Maurice?
Just Maurice.
All right, Maurice. She'll get out of the hammock and press another kiss to his lips. Is 7 o'clock okay for you?
He thinks it's fine.
How much should I wear?
Something simple.
Me? She'll nod. Tonight.
Tonight.
And she'll turn and walk off. With the swish of her hips. And she will give him a look over her shoulder and smile.
Oh, he's watching.
And he'll see her kind of almost softly giggle to herself. She did leave her rose. And she will go back into the court.
Once she's out of sight, he flops back and picks up the rose. And he kisses it.
A few minutes later, Claudio will look down at him with a smile on his face.
And he looks up. Hi.
Hello. I take it you were kept in good company.
I think I was wooed.
Or you know. I hate to do this to you, but well, Vario has asked me to go to a show tonight, and I know you said you were tired from traveling. But do you want to go? Do you want to stay? Would you feel horrible if I went without you?
Oh, go!
His brow will raise and he'll smile.
I think I can keep myself occupied.
You plan on having company. He'll smile.
Would you hate me if I said yes?
I'd hate you if you didn't take pictures. He'll lean down and he'll press his lips to his.
And he'll lay a kiss on him. Oh my.
He'll laugh. He'll break from it and laugh. You could never, ever, ever stray far enough. I know you will always come home. And he'll stroke his cheek.
And he puts his hand over Claudio's heart. It's because home is right here.
Mm-hmm. Have fun. You need to relax. And I think you need a woman's touch right now. I'm not jealous. And he actually seems like he was fucking legitimate. He's not jealous.
How did it go?
I think we have some things we need to work on.
We us or we you?
We, you. We, me, and him. Not we, us. We're fine. You're going to have to calm down. Like,
Says the man that passed out the first time he saw his son in real life.
you and I are fine, mi amor. Cara mia, we couldn't be any more fine.
Lay with me for a little while before you have to leave.
I'll lay with you every day and night of your life if you wish. He'll lay down next to him and snuggle up to him. Oh, your heart's thundering. My God. Who was it?
Vixana.
I saw that sparkle in your eye. I loved it.
And he nuzzles.
Enjoy it, my dear.
We.
You deserve the break. You hold him close and stroke his cheek and his hair. Just showering him with fucking attention right now.
And he just eats it up. He snuggles. He pets. He gives him little kisses. He wiggles.
He'll smile. You're happy. You're lighthearted. I'm glad to see that.
Yes, I did something for you. It makes me happy.
You did do something for me. You did something major for me. I'm so happy.
And he wiggles again.
Really?
I've been spending too much time watching Ferran wiggle around the kitchen, haven't I?
You have. You remind me of an LMAFO song. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Yeah. Yes, he actually did just sing an LMAFO song.
He chuckles and snorts.
I've been surrounded by teenage girls lately. Give me a break.
I'm so sorry.
It's all your fault.
All my fault.
You can't even escape this one.
I can't. It's all my fault.
You're a gay man. You have a lot of teenage girls around you.
Of course. Who else is going to teach them how to do their makeup?
Oh, God. We should do a now. I just realized what I was about to say, and then I realized that's no longer acceptable.
Oh?
I was going to say we should do a modern version of Pink Lady, but then I realized no, the appropriation would be absurd. But we're already appropriating female culture. Well, wait. No. Bad. Anyway. I'll hold him. He'll pull him in close.
Now, if I start licking people when I first meet them, smack me.
Like publicly or when in private?
Yes.
Yes.
You just want to beat me. I understand.
Publicly or privately?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, I do. You are frustratingly competent.
I'm competent.
I said competent, not incompetent.
No, he said that too.
No, I know. It's just making sure you heard him. Yes, you're frustratingly competent.
I thought that's a good thing.
No, it means I can't do your job for you because you're too busy doing it.
Oh, should I stop?
No.
I was about to say you don't need more things to do.
You have a good point, actually. I'm not going to argue you this time. I think I'm going to have a stroke or another heart attack.
No.
No.
I will not allow it. Royal decree.
Okay. I'll avoid my next heart attack just for you.
No
Okay.
more heart attacks and no strokes.
No stroke.
For the High Ceres, I declare it.
Can I have a myocardial infarction?
Only if I can be there. Then he winks.
Only you could make a myocardial infarction. Sexy. Only you. You say it straight face though.
Then he grins this cheeky grin.
Shake his head. You're too much. You're just too much. Oh God. Let's just look at his face. Like you can't even look at him right now. He's too much.
And he's just grinning.
His forehead to his.
And he licks his nose.
What are you doing? Ew! Rub his nose. Stop.
And he chuckles.
Damn.
Je t'aime.
I love you. We'll say like pressing his forehead isn't shaking.
Oh my.
Let me manly love you. I love you. Let me do it again.
You can manly love me all you want. That's one of the things I love about you. You're a man and all. I love your manliness.
Do you know? He'll flex. He'll flex his arms in his chest.
Oh, he goes weak.
Total weak bitch moment.
Total weak bitch moment.
He'll lick his lips.
Oh.
Or what?
He unbuttons the top button of his shirt and kind of like airs himself out.
Oh, you are actually sweating. Wow.
You're giving me the vapors.
Do I have to clutch your pearls? We are in
And he
public.
stretches. We are in public.
In public. In my
We're not home.
Port. Were we at home, you'd be on your back right now screaming my name, but we're not, so we have to behave.
But you know that's not my...
Behaving? No, I'm frustratingly into my... Do you see this patch that used to be dark in my hair and now it's silver? That's your fault.
My fault. And he
That
pouts.
that is your gray hair right there.
That one.
That one right there.
And he reaches up and plucks it out.
Ow!
Mine.
But my Maurice hair.
Fine. And he sticks it back on his head.
But it's like your virginity. You can't undo that.
You know, people pay a lot of money in Asia to do that.
There are a lot of things people pay a lot of money for in Asia.
Oh, I know.
Oh, I know you know. There's things that I've paid a lot of money for in Asia.
Oh, my.
See that? You didn't know.
Slut.
Oh, coming from you.
I never said I wasn't.
You're my little slut and I love it.
He giggles. Are you calm now?
I'm calm, yes.
Good. He startled.
He just shuts up. He shuts the fuck up and smiles.
What?
Nothing.
You can't do that to me. My heart
No,
can't
there's
take it.
nothing where it's something, but I'm not telling you what it is.
I will look in your head. You tell me now.
It's nothing. It's nothing important. You can tell he's trying to shore up his brain.
You just had the same reaction that Emil did when Ben and Jerry's put out their new flavors.
I told you, I wish that somebody stared at me the way that your brother stares at Thin Mints, okay?
And he pokes him in the ribs. Tell me.
Ow!
Tell me.
You could actually probably make a wits empathy roll to figure it out. Let's see where
You
little
want me
just
to-
not come up. I'll fucking roll for you if you want. I know you fucking dice rolls.
Alright, roll for me. I don't want to
You get,
move.
like 6 or 7.
7.
Thank you. I know your dice rolls before I know half of mine. And I know this bitch, he'll spend willpower.
Yeah, he will.
Oh my. Oh my. Oh my, Maurice.
Hmm.
I'll type it to you.
Okay.
So our dear viewers don't hear it.
And he gives him a look.
He blushes.
And he leans in and kisses his neck.
Bites his lip.
Is that what you want, my dear? His voice is all low and husky.
For you to kiss my neck? Of course. 1,000 times a day.
Not that.
Oh my, I'm sure I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, you have no idea.
No idea. Whatsoever.
Then he tickles his ribs.
He'll chuckle and like kind of like try to stop him. He'll actually like, lace his fingers with his and pull him above his head.
Oh, hi.
Oh hi.
Oh, public. Damn you, public.
I'm so sorry. You can't have your instant gratification scratched every single time you want it. Element for this fact. If I could give you
But
everything you wanted, whenever you wanted it, I wouldn't you know that, Your Majesty. Oh no, don't cry. Don't cry.
he
Don't cry.
pouts. He sticks his lip out.
I will start a diplomatic incident by fucking you in my son's court in the open for all you care. Don't
Then
cry.
he smiles and he pecks his lips.
Please don't
Thank
make me
you.
do- Okay, thank you. We're already at war, okay? Please. Should I expect you tonight? Or should I find something to miss myself with?
Oh, I will come home to you. I always do.
Okay. Just give me a text if you end up not, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you always do, but just in case.
And he leans in and nibbles his earlobe a little bit.
Oh, public, public. Please.
We're just snuggling.
S'il vous plaît. S'il vous plaît.
I'm not taking your pants off.
You're not, but I wish you were.
I just want to touch you. And he
You're
pouts
all
again.
over. You're on top of me.
Oh, I am.
Could not be any more in me. In public. In public. In public.
Fine. He wiggles off.
Oh.
And he nuzzles next to him.
Oh, cara, mija, te amo.
Te amo.
Oh, you're so put out. There has to be a hotel nearby.
Oh, yes, there is. We're staying at it.
We have to go home to freshen up for the thing anyway, right? I mean, we can just take a few. Right?
And he leaps out of the hammock so quickly that it almost spins, but it doesn't because he catches it.
Yeah, Claudio kind of like swings there for a second, like, oh my. I'm smaller than you. I'm smaller than you. I know I come off as bigger, but I'm smaller. And his 5'8" ass will get out of the fucking hammock. And he'll smile at him, like looking up at him.
He grabs his hand. Tug, tug, tug. Car, car, car. Do-do-do.
Yeah. I think we're gonna fade to black with those two breaking that room.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to do the beginning of his date on screen, or do you want to do it in text? I'm bored. It can go either way.
In text.
Okay. Oh my, we're gonna break a keyboard.
Hmm.
I take it we can end there
Sure.
with these two getting their deposit ruined for the room.
That's okay. Maurice knows a guy.
He probably owns the hotel. What are you talking about? Or his brother does, at least.
Yeah, he knows a guy. He didn't specify which guy.
Your brother owns it.
Yep.
Okay. So, thank you players for playing, and thank you watchers for watching.